Welcome to a brand new episode of the Malaga Insiders. My name is Chris Marquez, and I'm not alone today. I'm joined by Paul Hanahan, the one and only guy famous for his nice trips over to Malaga. And you could see him with a glass of water, sparkling water in his hand last match day.
Yeah.
How are you, Paul?
I'm fine, Chris. Good evening. I was worried where you were going with that. Famous for, but yeah, you went the right way, so that's okay.
Yeah. And I mean, you're famous in Dundee anyways, aren't you?
Probably more famous in Abandon than Dundee, to be fair, but...
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The Scotsman who got famous outside of his country.
Outside,
You're like
yeah,
the Ian Gallagher of the Malaga Insiders.
Yeah.
He has 1 million followers on Twitter, but 7 million. I don't know how many million.
Not very many.
At least
10.
1 million followers, and nobody knows him in his own country.
Yeah.
How has your week been?
This week, been okay. Yeah, been busy. Work as usual, but yeah, this is only Tuesday, but it's been very hectic so far.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, for me the same. Everybody seems to be wanting to end things before the year ends, before the holidays. My boss gets all motivated to end things he didn't care about over the last year, but I think probably every boss has that. Before we start, hey, what's happening?
Santa's breaking into this shit show. Ho ho ho. Santa just wanted to thank you guys for another great year of making the GiraCast and the Malaga Insiders. It was a pleasure listening to you guys as always. Paul, great Chris has finally asked you to join, a year too late but better late than never. Also, great Callum has joined with those Scottish accent. Santa has no idea what is going on. But seeing Malaga's results, it's better I don't understand a word. And I'm also happy that Joe has joined you guys, loved him at the England B Team podcast, and Santa doesn't even like German football. Hope to hear you on the pod back soon, Joe. You are the smartest one off these bunch of fools. You are very busy lately, but Santa just calls that being married. Tony. Santa doesn't know where to send those Christmas presents to Japan, Netherlands, or Spain. You have changed more countries than Santa has changed his underwear this year. And there is Mr. Big Shot, or should we call him Mr. Ashmore Journalist, showman, the new Guillaume. Interview here and interview there. He even carried all the recording stuff once, and he had to upload a picture off it. And that being the big star of the show. But don't worry, Santa has solved that with footy. And Mr. Marquez, the last of the Mohicans on this shit show, you are still a very, very, very naughty little boy. It wasn't easy for you guys, a new start under a new name, but I'm still enjoying listening to you guys. I hope Malaga does better in the second half of the season, because the first was not the best. I have to go now. Mrs. Santa Claus and me are going to have a wild night. Have a lot of work to do. A Merry Christmas to all of you, and especially to the listeners who keep listening to this weekly nonsense.
That was a strange interruption. As I wanted to say, this is the last show of the year because we are taking 2 weeks off. But then Santa came on. I guess. Thank you, Santa. Paul, do you have any words for Santa?
I'm impressed with his American accent, to be fair. Maybe he could do the show next week.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if we have enough AI credits to play him. But very nice. Thank you for appearing in this episode, Santa. I didn't expect that. Let's go on. Malaga played. Where did we play? In Albacete, where people were dressed like we were played on the North Pole. Is that something you find strange, Paul? 11 degrees.
No, that's summer in Scotland.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were dressed up like that. I mean, shorts and t-shirt weather here.
I mean, I hope nobody, no Spanish people travel to to Scotland to celebrate Christmas over there because it's probably way colder on your side. But Malaga didn't travel to Scotland. Malaga traveled to Albacete, where they had a slightly different starting 11. Alfonso Herrera on goal. Puga, Einar, La Rubia, Joaquín, Doutor, Victor, Jauregui, Dani Lorenzo, Isa Merino, and Recio. The biggest change is probably, and only change. Do I see more changes? No, only one change, and that is Nino not starting because injury, and Eneko Jauregui starting. What did you think of this starting 11?
Well, I think it's looking at the moment, obviously with injuries and stuff, that's looking like his 11 with Nino starting in place of an Echo, but obviously with the injury, Haregi coming in there. I was a bit surprised that Haregi got the nod in front of Chupe, to be honest, but if that's he's preferred Haregi to Chupe, then that's fine. The other 11, the other 10 out of the 11 have started. I think that's the third time the other 10 have started, isn't it? Well, in a row. So I think that's his preferred choice at the moment, given the injuries we've got.
Yeah, I guess maybe after the match, after we discuss this, I will talk a bit about Funes' his press conference, which I don't know if it surprised me, worried me, or it made sense. But maybe he's doing everything the other way around. Maybe start with the less 11 and then work his way up to the best 11. We're not going into goals and anything. Malaga, after 45 minutes, was behind 1-0 against Albacete. What did you think of the first half?
I thought we started poorly again. We lost another ridiculous goal at a corner where nobody seemed to be picking up anybody who was moving. Unlucky it came off Einar and ended up in the net, but their bodies moving around in the box, you've got to track them. But then once they'd scored, I thought for the next 10 minutes in the first half, going into the second half, I thought we were the better side. It was like we'd woken up and we actually knew how to play.
Yeah, I thought the first 45 minutes was I think we were nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't think Albacete played great in the first half.
No, they didn't. No, but we didn't play particularly well either.
Yeah, when you don't appear as Malaga chef in the first half, it's easy to be the better side because I didn't think Albacete was great. I think they scored a very nice goal.
From their point of view, yeah.
Yeah, I went to tea time with a lot of frustration and I don't know, worried as well. Were you worried going into the break?
I was worried with the performance up until they scored. I mean, as you said, it was a nice goal from them. It was a nice goal. I think they'd worked on it at training. It was a low ball into the box and runner coming from the far post to the near post, but somebody could have tracked them. And that was what was worrying for me, that they weren't really, the performance mirrored the weeks before. But then, as I said, after they'd scored, I felt we started to play. Dani Lorenzo sort of woke up and started knocking the ball about. We had a chance just before half time, and it was from good play by Dani Lorenzo. The ball gone back out again and come back in, and Haregi had a header. But up until the 37th minute when they scored, I was worried. But after that, I felt we played all right in it going into the half time. And you always fear that you go into the break and then that stops. But in the second half, it continued.
Yeah, it did continue. It did continue. I think Malaga played better. I think I said it last week already. We're starting to see back glimpse of La Rubia we saw in preseason. He scored a goal. Does that change a lot for La Rubia, you think?
I think so, yeah, because I mean, for me, in the second half, and the result was as a result of players actually taking the bull by the horns and running at players. I mean, the first goal was Joaquin taking the ball, challenging players, cutting side. Okay, he didn't get his shot away particularly well, but then it fell to Larrubia, and he took his touch and scored.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing throughout the second half for me. They actually went and ran at players.
Yeah, I agree. It was a good goal. I maybe luckily, maybe not. Maybe he's positioned well. The ball got the shot from Joaquin got reflected and ends up in La Rubia's feet, and then he makes a nice finish because he
Absolutely.
crosses into the left corner.
But that's all as a result of Joaquin running in there and Larrubia coming from the right hand side and supporting him.
Yeah, I think a good goal. Do you think it will bring in confidence towards next week's, or because La Rubia was off a bit for the last few weeks?
Well,
months?
we discussed that a few weeks ago, didn't we, about the right hand side being a problem because Larrubia wasn't playing particularly well, and who could potentially replace him. And I think Tony mentioned Hightam could be in there, and it wasn't just the forward play; it was the tracking back as well from Larrubia. But I thought in the second half, particularly, he tracked back well as well and got back and helped out Puga at the back. So I thought that should give him confidence in the way he played that second half. You know, I thought he was very good and he was very forward thinking, and it looked like the goal gave him a bit more confidence to take the ball on and run at players.
Yeah. Then the second goal from Malaga. Who does expect 2 goals from Malaga in the second half? Well, probably you didn't and I didn't, but Malaga scored a second. Dani Lorenzo, what a run.
Yeah. And that's where he should be playing, number 10, instead of Dautor playing there and Lorenzo having to do the work between Izan and Dautor. That's where he should be playing. And anybody who's listened back to the last couple of weeks will have heard me say that on a number of occasions. But that's what he brings. That's what he's... I mean, he can carry the ball. He can beat players. His passing range is fantastic. As I say, the first half, that the chance that we created was a ball from him out to the right-hand side. And then he's passing again after that. The chance that Larrubia had, where the keeper made a great save, was again a pass from Lorenzo, beating a boy, putting it out wide, letting Larrubia run onto it. So yeah, that's for me. We know he could do that. He's not had the chance because I think he's playing too deep, but I think that's where he should be playing.
I do agree with you. I do agree. If there's one thing we saw the last weeks as well, taking off Dani Lorenzo is a very big mistake. Very big mistake because you totally lose control of the midfield and the connection with any strikers or attacking players. So I think that Funes did well this week regarding to Dani Lorenzo. Played him well. All the credits go to you, not to Funes, because Funes probably has listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
And has heard you say to play Dani Lorenzo as a 10.
I don't think it's any coincidence that Lorenzo was on for the 90 minutes and we were still pushing in 88, 89.
Yeah. Then the third goal. Well, Malaga made some changes, of course. Chupete came on. Malaga got a penalty. Was it an easy given penalty? Was it a penalty?
I think at first glance I thought it was a penalty. I don't think there was much contact when I saw it back on the replay, but Aaron has made that himself. You know, the ball's broken in the box and he's been the first one to react and gone forward, and the defender's not anticipated that, and whether he's caught him or not, or slightly, but he's won that penalty through, again, forward thinking, getting in the box, winning the ball.
I think when I saw it at first, I also thought it's a penalty, but when I saw the replay, I thought that's maybe easy given. But we'll have it anyway.
Take it, yeah.
We're nearing Christmas, and a present is always nice. Do we think Malaga dominated the second half? Because I wasn't worried in any moment in the second half.
No, how many? I mean, how many saves did Alfonso have to make in the second half, or was he even troubled? I can't remember any chances that they had, or even any real periods of dominance.
And here comes a bit the thing where I want to go to, because it's easy doing a press conference when you win a game. But Funes said something that drew my attention, and I think the attention of many people. He said they have been training the whole week to focus on the second half and to give away the first half, because the players don't have the fitness to give it all 90 minutes. Is that something that worries you? Is that a good plan?
It worries me very much in the fact that you've got professional football players that can't last 90 minutes. So what have they actually been doing in pre-season? Okay, you build up your fitness from pre-season, but if they're focusing on 45 minutes instead of, at this stage of the season, 80 minutes, then that's really worrying for me. What have they actually been doing?
Yeah, that's the thing that worries me as well, because they're not fit enough to play Funes' football for the full 90 minutes. Well, maybe it also explains why over the first half of the season we have been giving away so many points in the last minutes. Maybe, I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if the second half of the game last week was Funes' idea of playing, then I'll buy into that, because they did run at players. There was a bit more intensity there, a bit more forward thinking. And if that's the way he wants him to play for, okay, build it up 45 minutes at the moment. But if that's the way he wants to play for 90 minutes, you're never going to do it for 90 minutes. You could do it for 60, or take the game phases. You go for it and then take a breather and start again. But if that's the way he wants them to play, then I'll buy into that. And if that's,
I don't know if it works, because
well, no, it doesn't work. No, but I think
now that he said it in a press conference, Almeria next week is maybe also going to do nothing in the first half, or they're going to give everything in the first half to get two goals ahead of Malaga, maybe.
Yeah. No, what I meant was maybe it's a different. Maybe his game plan, the way he wants to play, is different from Paisers. So they've not had to have the fitness to play his. They've had the fitness to play Paisers' game, which wasn't very much, if you're going to be honest. But if he's needing to up the intent, he wants him to up the intensity and up the fitness levels to play his game. Then I'm here for that. But they need to transition into that, don't they? They can't just do that overnight. And from what we've seen already.
I also think if you don't have the players to play this football 90 minutes, I mean, a football match is 90 minutes, not 45.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So I can understand that he wants to play high-pressure football. But at the other end, it worked this week. But maybe next week, when you tell your players, don't worry the first half, just forget about the first half, give it all the second half.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely that's a worry. But
if Almeria scores 3 goals in the first half,
yeah, that's it. We're down and out. Yeah,
you're not going to score 4, are you?
No. When was the last time? Well, we've scored 4 early in the season against Andorra, right enough. But yeah, we've not done that for a long time.
So that's, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? He's obviously wanted to put his stamp on the team and play it a different way, and he's got to get the players up to speed with the way he wants to play. And however he's trying to do that, I don't know. It was a bit daft to come out to say that, right enough. But
I've seen many press conferences of managers, and I don't listen to them with very much interest, because they always say the same things. But when I've heard this, it was like listening to Louis van Gaal again, to the English or the Spanish press. This time in Barcelona, or this time in Manchester.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to think of it.
Yeah. Only time will tell. We'll see how they start developing over the next couple of weeks to see if the fitness does increase and they do manage to keep that intensity up. You never know. This week they might be able to do it for 60 minutes.
Yeah. This is the last podcast of the year because we're going on a short break for 2 weeks or 3. We'll see. We will let you know in time, everyone. What did you make of this season? So this year, let's this year so far. What was your highlight?
That's a difficult one. I'm not sure what the highlight is because I'm not sure there's been a great many highlights up until now. We've been treading water.
You can choose from a year. It doesn't have to be this season. You can choose from a whole year.
My memory doesn't go back that far, Chris. I think probably staying up last season was good enough for me. We, coming up from the third division or the Primera RFAF and staying up last season at the end after the trauma of thinking we're going to get dragged into that relegation battle. That was the aim for last year, wasn't it? Just to stay up, and we did that more comfortably than we thought we were going to do at the end of the season. This season still a jury's out, especially with the change of managers. But Funes has come in. He's not lost in 4 yet, so it's looking quite good.
Yeah, because
he's clearly listening to us on the podcast because he put on Dani Sanchez at left wing. I mean,
yeah,
who suggested that 4 weeks ago on here?
I don't know. We only have to. There are 3 matches left in this first half of the season. It doesn't go very well together with the little winter break they have, right? Because
it's breaking up a bit of momentum, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, because we have a winter break after Almeria, but then we play 2 matches more, and then we start the second half of the season.
Yeah. I mean, the last season we were, and we all raved about it. We had a good first half of the season last season. We were on 30 points at the halfway stage. We didn't think we were going to get anywhere near that this year, but we were on 23 at the moment with 3 games to go. Even if we get another 6 points out of that, or that's almost the same as we were last season at this stage, which is good.
Yeah. But then everything slipped away last season in the second half of the season. 3 matches to go, 9 points. How many points do you think we can get?
Well, what have we got? We've got Almeria. That's going to be hard because they're playing quite well, although they lost to Burgos and they were pretty terrible at the weekend on Sunday night.
Still second at the table.
Sorry?
They're still second at the table.
They are, yeah. But they didn't look great. But that was maybe just a blip because they've only lost 2 in the last 13, I think. Then we're away at Sporting. That's a hard place to go, but we're capable of getting points there. And then we're at home to Ceuta, who are doing well, but the majority of their points are coming at home. So I think we could probably get at least 6 out of that 9, I think.
6 out of 9 would give us 29 points.
Yeah, I think we can go to Gijón and beat Sporting, and we could beat Ceuta at home.
So only 270 minutes away of ending the first half of the season, and for Funes, it's only 125 minutes or 135 minutes away from as he only plays 45 minutes a match. I'm going to.
Do we just take the results from the second half then and just count them?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm going to tell my boss, listen, I'll start at 9, but I'll focus. I'm focusing myself on from 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I'm not going to do anything in the morning at all.
No. I'm just going to sit. If something happens, I will respond. If something important happens, I will respond. If not, I'll wait. And then from 2:30, I'll be the best guy in the office.
Yeah.
I think we discussed Albacete. Any highlights? Any people you want to give some love to? Players who stood out?
Dani Lorenzo stood out again for me. And I'm just going to record that and play it every week now. But he's been brilliant since he come back into the team.
What did you think of Eneko Jauregui?
He runs about a lot. And that's probably about it. He didn't really offer much in terms of. I mean, he occupied some of the centre halves, and he had that header just before half time, which went over the bar, which wasn't too bad. Yeah. But yeah, yeah.
Do you think next time Funes can't count on Nino, he also will choose again for Jauregui to start, or will it be Chupete?
I don't know. I mean, Chupi came on the week before and wasn't great, was he? He had a couple of chances, which he didn't actually. I don't know whether he was injured or suffering from flu or something, but he didn't look particularly sharp that week. A couple of chances and he looked really slow. But
maybe because I don't know, because he was missing Dani Lorenzo behind him.
Maybe, yeah,
could be as well, because as a striker, you're as good as the balls you get, and if you don't get any,
you don't get, yeah.
And we know from Chupete, for example, he's no Adrian Nino who runs around the whole 90 minutes. So I can understand that. Then we have some results from the other two teams. Do we?
Atletico Malaga when you lost in Jerez 1-0. So there's another loss on the board for them. Not going particularly well.
I don't know when they have the first possibility to relegate officially.
Yeah, it's getting to that stage, isn't it?
I don't think it will take very long.
No.
But as Loren said in his press conference, that their only task is to make players better, and he doesn't care about which division they play in. I think your players get better the higher division you play in, because the level of your rivals go up as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's about playing at the highest level you can to improve yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, but maybe that's me saying crazy things.
Yeah. And then if Malaga Femenino 1-4-1 at home, actually, at Cacereño. That's another good result for them.
That's 6 wins in a row for them.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Going well.
It's crazy how good they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they had a few changes over the past seasons in players, and they're doing very well. So that's very good. Then we go to the preview for the upcoming match against Almeria. You happy that if you had to choose, come to La Rosaleda for a match against the relegation team, or watch Malaga play at home against the top 3 team? What would it be?
Oh, relegation. Well, I said that. I've beaten La Rosaleda later this season and watched them play against relegation teams and be terrible. So it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Almeria up, as you say, they're up second top nearly, or joint second in the league at the moment, going fairly well. Although they lost to Burgos on Sunday night. They weren't particularly good on Sunday night, to be honest. They scored right at the death in the first half after not creating very much. And then when Burgos went 2-1 up, they had a lot of the ball, but didn't really trouble Burgos too much. Keeper had a 1 or 2 semi-decent saves, but I think that's a blip though, because they're on a good run. They've only lost 2 and 13, and they're they're scoring goals as well.
Do you know how what their type of play is, Paul?
Well, they tend to. Well, I mean, they've got the type of players they've got. I mean, they played a 4-3-3 or similar to a 4-3-3 on Sunday night, but they've got. I mean, up front. Their attacking players are exactly the players that were there a few years ago, and who are high-profile, good players. They've got Sergio Arribas and Adrian Barba, players that played in La Liga, and they're still performing. Leo Baptista as well, playing there. Although they've got, out of the three strikers, I think they've only scored 6 of the 34 goals. Arribas and Barba have scored 18 of their 34 goals so far. So all the goals are coming from the wide areas from Mbarba or from Sergio Arribas coming from deep, and they're the real danger players. I think for me, they're not. Having watched some of their highlights and stuff, they're not particularly good at the back. I think they're suspect at the back. They've lost a lot of goals from headers, from crosses. Not a strong point for us, but I think if we can run at them and get down the flanks, I think we could cause them problems. The last couple of games, Nelson Monti's obviously playing for them from one of our previous players, but in the last couple of games, Aradani's been playing in defence, and he's lost a lot of pace from where he used to play at Rayo in Mallorca, in Osasuna, sorry, and he's not got the pace. So I don't know whether Nelson Monti's been injured or he's just out of favour, but they've not got a lot of pace at the back, and I think we could probably get at them. We just need to be narrow and close them down and not give the likes of Arribas and Barba and Nico Melamed might be playing as well, and Pujmal coming from deep. Don't give them any space, and we could be okay.
And do you know if they are more a team that play 90 minutes, or are they more
I'm hoping they only play 20 minutes, to be fair, but they didn't. Haven't seen them on Sunday. They played, but they didn't do much with the ball, so I'm not entirely sure whether that was one of their tactics as well.
I don't know. What does Malaga need to do? Play Dani Lorenzo on 10, I guess.
Yeah, I think they need to get the ball forward quickly to Lorenzo, Larrubia, and Joaquin if he's playing, and run at the defence, the Almeria defence, because I think we could get at them. Also, as well, I think if we can get the ball down the wings and get crosses in, not so much for headers, although if Nino's playing, that would be good because he's quite good in the air, but runners into the box as well. So I think they've conceded quite a few goals from runners from midfield, coming late into the box and not tracking the runners.
Is it an idea to play with Dani Sanchez maybe?
I don't know. Good point. Whether play him at left back or play him left wing, because I would still play Joaquin.
Left back, as in a left back.
Yeah, if you're going to put crosses in, or get somebody down there to put crosses in, yeah. But yeah, I would still play Joaquin and Larrubia to run at them.
Yeah, because if you have a Puga or a Dani Sanchez, you have more men to go right at them.
Yeah.
That will make it more dangerous. Anything in changing the center backs? Einer out, maybe Recio out.
Well, Montero was on the bench, wasn't he? At the weekend, so I don't know whether he's fully fit yet or not to come back in. I like Recio. I think he's very good, and he's developing a partnership there with Einar. So I would potentially keep it the same. The only thing is, I think, as I said, their strikers haven't been particularly prolific in scoring goals, but they do move around a lot. So that's a worry. I think Recio needs to be there to be a bit more mobile and track some of them.
Don't you find it strange that last season Montero was the best centre back in Segunda División?
Yeah.
And we're now in December, and he's on the bench for Malaga Club de Football.
I think he's only on the bench because he was out. I think I would play him, but I wouldn't play him in this game. I would keep the partnership between Einar and Recio at the moment.
But we can't say he's the best or one of the best
No,
centre backs of the league this season.
no, not at the moment. No, I mean unless you were bringing him in for Resio, and that would be okay. Because he's a bit because Montero's a bit more mobile as well, isn't he? And he's good on the ball for bringing the ball out from the back.
Yeah, I think Recio defending is great, but maybe not as good as Montero in bringing the ball forward. Yeah.
I think it'll be a tough game, but we're at home.
We're at home, and I hope, and I know that the microphone in Fondo Sur is back working, so that's good news as well. They have a new microphone. It works,
Good.
so that helps. We play on a Sunday. Is that a good day? I like Saturdays better because I have to work the next day.
Yeah, there is that, isn't there? I don't know. Is it better playing 45 minutes on Saturday or 45 minutes on a Sunday?
I would prefer the 45 minutes on a Saturday, but Saturdays are also very scary because when it's on a Sunday, I go home directly after work, after the match, because I know I have to work the next day. If I don't forget, last Saturday I went to a football match. I got home at 6 in the morning, forgetting what was my last name and my first name. I don't know. I don't even know what time we play. I have it here.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, I think it is. Yeah.
And it's the most horrible time you can play a match on because it's during lunchtime.
Yeah.
I hate 2 o'clock kickoffs. Well, we always end the podcast with a cultural thing. No, we forgot something. We still have to do the kids.
Oh,
wow. Okay. Are you ready? Because this is going to be probably a winner.
Go for it.
But not in a good way. Let's start with home kit. It's a Macron shirt.
It's a pretty basic Almeria shirt, isn't it, really?
When I was looking at it this afternoon, it's an Almeria shirt.
Yeah. That's it. There's not much more to say, is there, on that, really? They haven't done anything radical with it.
But do we like the fact that we can say it's an Almeria shirt, or... Because it's as boring...
There's a lot of other clubs that have got red and white stripes that are a lot more standout than that, shall we say?
It's as boring at the atmosphere around their stadium.
Yeah.
There's none. I don't know, if you're an Almeria shirt, would you be happy and waiting for this shirt to come out? I mean, if you have last season shirts or the season before,
it's going to be pretty much the same, isn't it? And I'm not entirely, I'm not sure whether with the white, the pinstripe white on the red either.
I don't know, but it's very much Almeria, and I don't think it matters if you have last season's one or this season's one, because they probably will look the same.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And probably from 10 years ago will look the same as well as this one.
You could take the badge off that.
Yeah.
Show it to any Segunda fan and say, what team is this?
Yeah, and I find it very boring.
Yeah.
Because every season the same shirt. But it's a good thing if you're Almeria shirt and you bought it last season, then you know I don't have to buy this season because it will be exactly the same thing. Okay, are you ready?
Yep, go for it.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Are you sure you're ready, Paul?
Go for it. I think I've seen this one. Yeah, I have seen this one, yeah. Now, that was inspired by something, wasn't it? And I can't remember
Yeah.
for the life of me what it was inspired by.
It was inspired by my grandmother's curtains back in the 60s.
Yeah. Was it something to do with tiles or something in some...
Yeah,
I don't know.
craftsmanship from Almeria.
Yeah, that was what it was, yeah. Because I remember
This
when it came out at the start of the season and thought, oh, I'm not too sure about that.
This is by far the most ugly football kit of 2020. And I'm not only talking about Segunda División. I'm probably talking about, I don't know, any other football club in the world.
I've seen worse this season, but not many.
What do you think of it when you see it?
It's... I remember seeing it at the start of the season thinking, I'm not sure about that, but the more you look at it, the more it makes your eyes go funny, and that's maybe the point. You know, for the opposition, look at it too long, stare at it, they'll get funny eyesight and then lose track of where the ball is.
I mean, I get the towel idea. I mean, that was very,
Yeah,
very, very, I don't know, very hip 2 years ago or 5 years ago to get those Portuguese towels at your staircase. And you could buy the stickers on AliExpress. But this is, again, Windows 95 blue with green flowers on it. It doesn't work. I understand the towel idea, but
yeah,
it's
it's
the
not
most
for me.
ugly. Can we say at least that this is the most ugly shirt in Segunda División?
Yeah, it's probably, well, yeah, we'd be generous and say it's the most unique shirt in the Segunda.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think they had an idea and they totally missed it.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Diplomatic.
Then we go to the third.
It's plain black as well. It's got the pattern through it, but I've seen them playing this a couple of times and it does look quite smart on the pitch because it's black shorts and black socks as well.
It looks way better than the second.
Yes.
It has is it purple or pink? Purple, I guess. Purple color.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Purple badge.
With the trim.
I like this one better, but I also think still it's a bit boring.
It is a bit boring, yeah, but it's the best of the three, I would say.
Yeah. But there's not any of the three which stand out. Which one do you think is best?
I think the black one, the third one's the best.
Yeah. Do you think they will sell more away kits than home kits, as the home kit is every year the same?
It's hard to say. I don't know.
I find Almeria a bit of a boring with their football kits.
Yeah.
And from all the football kits I've seen so far in the Segunda División, this one is the least inspiring.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose your question there about depends on how many die-hard fans you've got to just buy the kit because it's a new kit, you know?
Yeah, but
A
buying
lot
the same
of fans are like that.
I don't know. The black might work, although the pattern is always also a bit too much for me. It's the pattern is on the whole shirt.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen them playing it. It's not as when you see it. It's not as bad as that. The pattern is quite nice at it actually, and it doesn't stand out as much when you see it in the flesh. That looks, you see the pattern through it, but it's not. It doesn't stand out as much.
I mean, it's like seeing a walking chessboard, but then instead of the white squares, it's black and a bit less black.
Black and black.
It's black and black. I'm not convinced. Maybe when I see it on the pitch. What kit are you hoping to see this Sunday?
Sorry?
they're hoping to see. Which kid are you hoping to see this Sunday? The black one?
They can only
Or
play in the black one, can't they?
are you? Would you like to see the curtain one?
No, that's too close to our colours. I don't think they can play. I think the only one they can play in this week is black, is it not?
Yeah, probably. I think they should play in black every week.
Yeah.
Watching their second shirt. Okay, now that we have discussed the kids, we are going to a little bit of culture. And today it's Christmas, but not any Christmas. In Malaga, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are the heart of the season. Moments where everybody, youngsters, children, parents, and grandparents come together. Christmas Eve, Noche Buena, begins early. Young people finish work or school and head home. Streets slowly filling as families reunite. Kitchens are busy from the afternoon with the sounds of pans, laughter, and music mixing together. Children run between rooms, excited and restless, while teenagers gather around tables, sneaking sweets before dinner officially starts. When the family finally sits down, the table tells the story of Malaga. Seafood is everywhere: prawns, clams, mussels, grilled fish. Plates of jamon, cheese, olives, and bread are passed endlessly. Um, yeah, no one eats alone. Everything is shared. For youngsters, it's a night of freedom, staying up late, talking, laughing, feeling grown up. For children, it feels magical, full of noise and warmth. After dinner, the evening stretches on. Adults talk for hours, glasses clink, and sweets cover the table again. Children show off their new pajamas or small gifts, while teenagers slip out to meet friends, filling the streets with life. Churches begin to fill as well. Near midnight, families walk together to attend La Misa del Gallo, the midnight mass. The bells ring, voices sing, and for a moment the city grows quiet, united by tradition. Christmas Day arrives calmly, the morning soft, slower than the night before. Children wake up early, still full excitement, while adults prepare another long meal. Lunch is the main event, often built from leftovers, but just as generous. Families sit together again, younger ones playing, older ones telling stories that return every year. Church plays a role again for many families, with Christmas Day Mass bringing neighbors together, dressed warmly, greeting one another with smiles and embraces. Outside, the city feels peaceful. Streets quieter, the sea calm, and the air mild. Youngsters spend the afternoon visiting relatives or friends, moving from house to house, always offered food, sweets, and something to drink. Children play until they are tired, falling asleep wherever they land. Homes stay open, doors rarely closed. In Malaga, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are not separate events, but one long celebration. A time where generations mix naturally, when faith, family, and friendship share the same table, and when the city feels like one large home. What is the Scottish tradition for Christmas?
Much the same. It's Christmas Day here where we give out gifts. Everybody, families gather at each other's houses and stuff. Christmas Day and Boxing Day generally,
Yeah.
and usually switch houses. One person hosts one day and then somebody else hosts the next day.
In Spain, we eat a lot of seafood with Christmas, and pate and ham and cheese,
Yeah,
and then we get a bit of meat at the main course when you're already up till here. What,
yeah.
what is the food in Scotland?
Well, the traditional, I suppose, the traditional British Christmas dinner is turkey. It's like a roast lunch with turkey and Brussels sprouts and all the trimmings and pigs in blankets. Do you know what they are, Chris?
No.
No, they are chipolata sausages wrapped in bacon.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so you get some of them and stuffing and gravy and quite a lot. And down in England, they tend to have
Pie
cauliflower cheese and stuff as well.
and pie.
Mm.
They always have pie in England.
And not on Christmas, unless it's a big turkey out of a pie. Yeah, but we're up here. We don't tend to have turkey. We usually have beef or lamb. But it depends. It's the turkey tradition's sort of not going out the window, but it's less of a tradition now.
Yeah. So in England, you have the guy that sings, or in Great Britain, you have the guy that sings, yes, kibbity bob bob, yes, 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 for dinner. The Turkish guy.
No,
You didn't ever seen it?
no, I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Some people might be laughing now. It's a guy from Turkey.
I've got to look that up.
Don't you know the Skibbity Bob guy?
No,
I'm going to send it to you.
is this a cultural thing? Is it for the younger generation?
Paul. Wait. He has the same belly as I have, but he can dance bigger with it, better with it. Okay, there we go.
Ah, right, okay. I've seen that, but I haven't heard the volume, so I know who it is now. Yeah.
In Holland, it's totally different. Holland made his own Christmas rules. Instead of having one Christmas day, they added the 26th to it. They have 2 Christmas days. And it's not because they like Christmas so much, but here it comes. It's to avoid any fights within families. Because when you have a mother-in-law at one side and you have a mother-in-law on the other side, you know where I can go, Paul?
I know exactly where you're going. Yeah.
You never have to choose because between one or another. It's always, are we going on the first Christmas day to you, or are we going on the second Christmas day to you? You can go to both families. It's genius. No shops are open, everything is closed, and you know what we do? We do gourmette.
Which is
Gourmette is you have a grill on the table and you have a pan. Everybody has his own little pan, and then you make egg in it, and you on the grill you do your own meat. You grill your own meat. You make little pancakes, and your whole house and clothes smell to.
Yeah.
But the 2 days of Christmas is fun because that gives me a day off of work extra. So yeah, I'm probably celebrating both. One with my Spanish family on Christmas Eve, because that is the big night. Christmas Eve is, I don't know how it's in England. You said it's more
Christmas Day. Yeah.
Christmas Day. In Spain, it's more Christmas Eve. That's the big night. We will eat with the family, and the day after, probably eat with my mother-in-law or something. So that, Paul, have a very nice Christmas.
You too. When it comes.
New Year's Eve. Happy Hanukkah. And every other
Happy Easter
that comes in between. I wish all the listeners a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for listening to the Malaga Insiders. And thank you for being there with all these changes and Scottish guys, which we don't understand unless you're from Scotland. But thank you for keep listening, keep following us and everything over the past year. Paul, I'll let you end the podcast.
Feliz Navidad a todos y vamos Málaga.
Vamos.